right, what is going on, tycoons? What's up, traders? Thank you guys for watching this video. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and don't forget to smash the like button as well. In today's video, we're going to go over my study setup and what indicators I use to come up with the best 5-minute scalping strategy that I've found in years. Okay, I've been using this strategy a lot recently. It's been working out very well. So I'm going to teach you guys how to set your screen up so that it looks like mine. Okay. And then we're going to go over how to use these clouds on the screen, these bands here, and then how to use the momentum SMA indicator. What we're doing specifically is using different momentum indicators to go ahead and track the momentum and see when it flips from bullish to bearish using the 5-minute chart as well. And we'll be able to scalp some moves and be able to make very, very good profits in 5 minutes or less. And you can hold the trade longer depending on your own style, but specifically this strategy works beautifully on the 5-minute chart. So the first thing you want to do is come up here to your studies tab, and you're going to add 2 studies. All right. The first one is going to be the MOBO. If you just type in FW MOBO right here, it'll pull it up, and we'll go to the settings real quick because I have the settings modified just a little bit. And the only thing that I really changed is going to be right here. Okay. Pattern break arrows, I want no. All right. And then Fisher break arrows, I want no as well. Okay, that's the only things really that I have changed on this indicator that you would need to change so it looks this way. And it really just helps clean the chart up, okay? If you have these on, there's going to be so many different arrows constantly on your screen, and it's going to make it a little confusing. The next one we're looking at is going to be the momentum SMA. So you just type in momentum SMA, and you want to change the length to 12. Okay, so you want to change the length right here to 12, and you want to change the SMA length to 12. Those are the only 2 different things that you'll need to change. You can hit apply, and you can save it as a set. All right, I have this set saved as momentum trading, and you could do something similar yourselves as well. Okay, now I'm going to show you guys how to use it and why it's so efficient so that you can get profits like these. Okay, this is a 2-minute scalp I had yesterday, 50%. This is a 1-minute scalp I had yesterday, 47%. Over here, we have another scalp, 51%, right? Made $1,000 on that trade in just a few minutes. All right. And we've been using this. This is a 44% trade. This is a 66% trade right here. And just 21%, 23%, 30%, all within just a matter of minutes, right? 44% trade right here. So we'll get back to the chart and really break down what we're doing. So first off, we're trading options. So you're not going to get those type of profit gains just trading the natural stock itself. Okay. We are trading, options and using option contracts. And what I'm doing is I'm selecting something that is basically right where we're at. So I'm choosing something with the same day expiration that has a strike very, very close to the current price that we're at right now. So for instance, on today's chart, we would come over here, and it's December 29th at the time of this recording, and I would come down and I'd be selecting something very, very close to the current strike that we're already at. So if I wanted to go short, I'd be selecting the 38.40 right here or the 38.35. And if I wanted to go long, I'd be selecting 38.45 or 38.50. All right, so that's the basics of the strategy, what contracts we're trading. And then now we're actually going to go and break down how to use and really interpret these indicators. So to break it down for you guys, the momentum SMA indicator, it works this way. This purple line right here is the 0 line. So above 0 means you have positive momentum, you have bullish momentum. Below 0 means you have negative momentum, and it's bearish. Okay. This blue line right here, this is going to be your actual indicator. Okay, this is the actual momentum indicator, and the momentum SMA is going to be this red line. So if you're looking to go in a long position, you want to see the momentum SMA being crossed over by the momentum indicator. You want to see it trading above, and you want to see a crossover, right? And then you also want it to be in bullish momentum area, so above the 0 line. Right, so over here you can see it's above 0. We get the momentum crossover, and then we have a nice push to the upside. Right, this is 1 candle, 2 candles right there. This is 10 minutes, right, that you can catch that move. You have to catch that move. And again, this is a 5-minute scalping strategy. So we're looking at just taking quick trades, getting in and out, making our profits. So in the first trade that I took, on this specific day, we see the clouds right here turn to red. Okay, so these bands, they help you know when it's in bullish, and then they help you know when it's in bearish, right? So right here specifically, we see we get red clouds and we start trading below, right? Below our red cloud right here. So now I'm interested in taking a short position. Then we see we get the momentum indicator to cross over or cross below the momentum SMA. So for me, that's an entry. Now at the same time, we also have this trend line here from this low, and then this low. We actually broke through this trend line right here. So we had about three things giving us an edge to go ahead and take this trade. The first being that we have the clouds are red and we're trading below the clouds. Okay, as you can see, when we're trading above the green clouds, it's bullish and it goes higher. When you're trading below the red clouds, it's bearish and it goes lower. Now, the second thing we had was that these trend lines breaking, okay? And the third thing we had was the indicator crossing below the momentum SMA. And you can see this was a huge 5-minute candle right here. And I was able to make $1,000 just on this 5-minute move to the downside, scalping SPX put contracts, okay? Now, if we look at another example, we'll go ahead and fast forward a little bit on the chart to another entry that I took. And right here, okay, we have a very similar setup. What do we see happening? We see, okay, the candle is starting to trade below now. We're trading below our red bands. We have a momentum indicator crossing below the momentum SMA, and you can see we get a nice push down. And again, these are 5-minute candles. So right here, we have 5 minutes of bearishness heading straight down, and you can scalp those profits right away, right? Now, ultimately, it did lead to a further drop, and we continued to drop. So you can choose to hold on to these plays, however your specific strategy and however you want to trade is fine. But for me, using this, I'm in the trade for like 5-10 minutes at most, and then I'm taking my profits. And sometimes you can get the profits right away in like 2 minutes, get 20, 30, 40%. And I always say, don't be greedy. If you see some profits, go ahead and take those profits. Over here, this is a good example of the other side of it, right? So instead of going short and getting put contracts, this is an area where we went long at, right? And so I'm posting this stuff in the Discord as it's happening. And right over through here, I'm saying, hey, momentum SMA just crossed over. There's a good chance we could have a call option scalping opportunity to go long. And right here, we get that crossover. Right here, specifically, we go above the zero line. And this is when I took my trade. I entered right about the middle of this big bullish candlestick. We pop up and we hit a new high, and I'm out of the trade, right? And this is why I specifically focus on about 5 to 10 minutes of trading, is because you don't know if things are going to reverse, right? Ultimately, this trade ended up reversing and heading back down lower, but being a scalper, I took this position long. I was able to make some nice profits there. And then shortly afterwards, I'm not biased, right? I want to make money either way, whether it's up or down. And what do you know? What do we get? We actually get a sell signal, okay? Now we see the clouds are red. We see that we're starting to trade below the clouds. And what do we get? We're back below zero. So we know that the momentum is bearish. We see we get a bearish crossover the SMA, and this is another entry for me. So I ride this position down and able to make some very nice profits in the process of doing so. So all of that was 1 day of trading, right? In 1 day of trading, it gave you multiple entries, and you don't have to take every single trade, right? You don't want to be an over trader. So sometimes I take days off. Sometimes, I'm not going to take every single trade, but this just goes to show that you can have multiple trades a day and be able to make some nice profits getting in and out of the market. So this is actually another day, and we'll take a look at this day right here. So what we have is I see that the clouds are going green right here, right? We have a strong push to the upside. We got our momentum crossover, right? So we see the indicator crossing above the momentum indicator. And I go ahead and take this trade as soon as we start trading outside of the clouds. And again, these are 5-minute candles. So we come up in 5 minutes, boom, I'm taking the profits, right? And I'm taking these profits so quickly because I'm trading those SPX 0 days to expiration option contracts. Those are highly risky, but with great risk comes great reward. You just have to be able to manage your risk. Okay. So the way I manage my risk is I'm in the trade for a very short period of time. And if it goes well, then I'm taking my profits. If it goes wrong, I'm cutting my losses quickly as well. Now, I actually have not taken a single loss using this strategy since I've been taking it, right? And I've traded like 50, 60 trades using this strategy, and I haven't had any losses on them. And it's all about just being patient, being timing, and really just sticking to what works for you. If we go over here, we can take a look at the next example, okay? And right over here, what I'm doing is I'm taking a short position, taking a nice short position at this candlestick right here as we're trading below, right? We see that we're trading below our red band, so we know momentum is bearish, okay? And then the momentum indicator goes below zero, so now I know we're in negative momentum territory. We get the crossover, the momentum SMA, and that's a signal for me, right? So I take this trade, and you see we get, boom, these are 5-minute candles, and in 5 minutes, we drop another a few points on SPX, and I go ahead and take that trade and take my profits. Right now, again, you can hold on to these, right? So if you see, we come down and now we're starting to use these red bands as resistance here, right? So we're coming up, and as long as we're trading and holding these lines as resistance, you can go ahead and hold your position, take the play. And once you see, a breakthrough, right, and the clouds start to go to green, you can go ahead and close your position, at any time that you feel satisfied with your profits. Now, it works the same way on the other side. Notice how when we're green here, we're holding the green bands here, the green clouds, as support. So just as on the red side, when we're using them as resistance, now they're acting as support on the green side. Okay. So the next trade that I actually took was right here. So we were already trading above the momentum SMA, but I was waiting for the momentum to get above zero. So right here, we get above zero, and we actually break this trend line that we tested 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, 6 times, and then we actually get our breakout candle right here. So that's an entry for me. I'm taking this position here and was able to ride this position up a little bit for about 15, 20 minutes and take some very nice profits on this trade. So as you can see, you can use this strategy every single day. It works very well on the 5-minute chart. And I appreciate you guys watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. And again, if you enjoyed this one, I have 2 videos right here that I think you will enjoy as well. So make sure to click on those and watch